Hey everybody, so we are back, and today we're going to talk about some of the new stuff that we got going on. The Evo stuff that we've got Evo for 4.1.1 coming in, and we're going to talk about the Zeuses and some of that stuff and different news things that we got from last week. Uh, so thanks for joining us, Osiris. What do you got? Anything you want to say? Are you there? If you're
Yeah,
talking.
welcome everybody. My mic was muted. I apologize.
So we've got the where did I lost things? Stand by.
It looks
There we
like
go.
SitCon's not going to be live
Yeah,
this year.
so I was looking for that. I was like, where did my sheet go? So yeah, so CitizenCon this year they've told us is going to be not in person. It's going to be a 1 day streamed event, which kind of sucks, but I guess they're trying to work on putting more effort into both Squadron and Star Citizen right now, and I kind of understand it, but it kind of sucks at the same time. I was really hoping it was going to be close that I could go to this year. It was going to be the first year, but I kind of get it. Putting the assets to the the game instead of putting it into the con.
Yeah, they're looking to make the game playable as they had stated, and that's what they've been doing. So they didn't want to have to focus on that live in-person event.
Yeah. So it's going to be on October 11th. It's going to be 1 day. I think they did this during, well, I know they did it during
COVID.
COVID. They had it all, virtual. I think it was the full 3 days, but yeah, so we got that. Invictus this year, that they've pulled from leaks and stuff, is going to be May 15th and the 27th in game. That's going to be at Area 18 for the new people. You will be able to rent ships and stuff like that for free and try stuff. So it's a really good time to start if you're looking to get into the game. Wait that couple of weeks, get in. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait a little bit, but it's worth it. They're gonna have a lot of ship sales, special paints, packages, stuff like that. It's definitely worth. If you're new wanting to get in the game, wait just that little bit longer and get in there. Uh, if you're if you're new, use somebody's uh, referral code. I have mine in the description. I'll post Osiris's too uh, for next time. But that gives you an extra little bump when you're starting out for your starting cash. I think it gives you an extra like 5,000, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it
But it
can be.
is.
It is a lot. Uh,
Because normally players start out being new, they start out with 20,000, and that extra five does give that
Actually,
additional
some don't
boost.
even. Some start with 10.
15.
Some of the
Really?
older
Oh,
packages
that's right.
don't start with that.
That's
The
right.
new packages start with 20, but the old ones, like the Aurora and stuff like that, they're a lot less. Uh, Also with Invictus coming up, we've got some leaks that they've pulled from Evo stuff. The Starlancer TAC sounds like it's almost a guarantee for flyable. So sounds like we're getting our Starlancer TAC, hopefully.
I love how we talked about that last episode.
Yeah. Also, it looks like there's going to be a display, probably either physical display or the hologram for the Starlancer BDL, the building, the construction one, which will be really cool. And the Anvil Paladin, they're thinking is going to be flyable also. There's
That's going to be
also
interesting if it is.
it's I can see it happening. They keep a lot of these under wraps until they're real close, and then they're wanting to put it out for the military show because that's what Invictus is.
Yeah.
Uh, they also straight to flyable the Guardian MX, which they're thinking is going to be a missile variant. So maybe torpedoes or lots of missiles like the MX Fury is. Changes guns for missiles. I don't know. I don't like the Fury that way because missiles aren't reliable in game, and once you blow those missiles, you're sitting duck. So I don't know how I feel about that. I can see it having maybe torps with smaller guns being a better option, especially with it being a heavy fighter. The the other ship that would be like that would be the Retaliator. Your trophy just fell over again. The Retaliator is a missile boat, but it's got cruise slots for turrets. That's how it gets away with it. The Fury doesn't really have those, so I don't know how that'll work. Uh, but yeah, we sounds like we got 3 ships and one that a cool one for display that'll be coming out, which will be really neat. Uh, we also have some new missions coming for 4.1.1. It sounds like the ambush ones and the patrol, which both sound really cool. Uh, Instead of just going and doing a bounty, you actually have to kind of plan it. It seems like and set up your ambush for a group of ships coming. You can't just go out there in a solo ship and expect to take them out because you could have them, the target get away. So you may have actual uses for stuff like the Mantis and the Quantum Interdictor ships, which will be really cool. I really hope we see more stuff like that. And it sounds
It
like
looks
there's
like these are the
there's
ambush missions
yeah
are going to be
5
in Pyro.
are they in Pyro
Yeah,
because
from
Foxwell is a Stanton, so it sounds like they'll be both. Foxwell
okay.
is one of the Stanton bounty hunters now. I think that's over either Area 18 or New the Arc or Microtech. I think is where Foxwell is. Uh, we've got looks like there's 5 levels, so you got low risk up to extreme risk. Extreme and very high risk. It sounds like it's going to be stuff where you take your Polaris to, which will be really cool. More than just flying a Polaris around solo doing, milk runs. Actually taking out a military frigate and subcapital ships, an actual use for a capital ship, which I really look forward to those. And then the security patrol missions, which there's not much we don't have much on those, like other than there's going to be similar 6 tier difficulty, but you're going to actually plan your route and go out and patrol and take out any bounty or hostiles that you find, which will be really cool for again the Polaris and then the Perseus when it comes out because it is a patrol vehicle. The Hammerhead again, that's going to be a great one for those. You know, I see a lot of more missions coming in that encourage the large ships to be group play, which is very good because there's too many of us running around solo in Polarises, or 2 guys in a Polaris. We, I'm looking forward to seeing more crewed Polarises and these bigger ships, the TAC, going out with a crew and patrolling and taking stuff out. Just like the ground bunkers or the Huthor missions. I'm really looking forward to the TAC for that because we got a lot of really cool stuff coming up that's I'm really looking forward to as far as mission play, and it's going to be more than just go 2 minutes, take out a bunker or take out a ship and be able to leave type missions. More in depth, and you know they're building on these things, which is really really cool. The yeah, you have anything on those?
Not really. You covered most of those. Now, one thing I am excited about these patrol missions is the fact that um, technically we have kind of something similar right now where we have to go and check out I forget what the mission's actually called. You go in and you have to take a look at specific things in asteroid belts or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't done many of those. I think I've done one or two, but
I think they're called, hold on, let's see, unauthorized surveillance detected or something, I believe.
okay. Those are the ones you go and turn on the satellites, I think. When somebody turns off
No,
a ComSat.
those ones are where you actually go and you have to find devices in and near those comsats
Okay,
and destroy them or take them over for yourself, kind of
gotcha.
thing.
Yeah, I haven't done many of them. I don't think I've done any of those. So, uh, so on to what tonight's main topic is, which we'll start at the end, and we'll start at the two non-released ships that we're talking about tonight, which is, hang on just a second, I'll bring over the correct picture. So we're talking about the Zeuses tonight, and what we've got here is we've got the ES and the CL so far that are released, and there's two pictures that we've got of all four of them that we know what they've kind of shown us. We've got the ST over here, which a lot of people have said either race or I don't think it's too big for a race ship. It could be a luxury ship. I think it's going to be more of like a combat ship. We've got uh, this is a picture of it that we've got, and it shows a turret on top. So I'm this is the only two pictures I've seen of it. This one, that's not it. This one came out with uh, the release when they pre-sold the concepts for the Zeus's, and they sold these three, and that is the only picture we got of it. Was this one here, and you can just see ST on it, and it's kind of got the Saber Comet kind of color pattern, the blue and the grays, and it got these different wingtips. That's really all we know about it is this picture and this one here. And you can see the wingtips again right in here that they're bent in. So it's a little different. It's got the turret on top, and then this one shows it on bottom. These are both the same ship. So that's really the only. I don't know where this picture came from that we're looking at here. I don't know if this is somebody made this one or what, but I keep switching. This is one that we know is official. So it is. There is something here. We just haven't quit doing that. We haven't seen it, fast. But they've talked about a popular ship getting a unknown variant, which could be this coming out soon. They talked about it in one of the updates uh, last week before, that there's an unknown ship variant coming of a popular ship, which these two are very popular ships. So I could definitely see them bringing out another variant of it. I don't think it would be the MR just because they're waiting for Bounty Hunting 2.0. And from what I haven't seen any mention of Bounty Hunting 2.0 getting worked on anytime soon. Uh, but yeah, I am very interested in what it is, but we just haven't seen anything. Uh, so we have no stats on it or whatever. Assuming based on what the MR and the ES and the CL give you for stats, I'm assuming they're all going to be very close. You'll probably have all the shields on the MR. So this is our MR shot. You can see it's got the gun up here, and there should be. That's the only picture we have of it. really these two. There's this one and then the one with the cockpit kind of overshooting it. So I'm assuming, like the CL is, that the top turret will be controlled by the co-pilot and bottom is by the gunner. It's going to have the EMP in it, and it's also going to have a quantum interdictor. So you'll have all that, plus the prison pods are going to be in the back. It'll hold 16 SCU, and I don't think it'll hold a very big of a vehicle. Maybe it'll hold probably bikes, but I doubt it'll hold anything like a Cyclone or anything, just because of the size. Um, we do know it has the 2 remote turrets, it has 1 EMP, 1 quantum dampener, 2 size 4 missile hardpoints, so that gives you 8 size 4s from what the page says. I think I was reading that right. So that would be an upsized missile, though, wouldn't it, compared to the others?
It should be, yes.
So these have size 2s, which that doesn't make sense because you look. So missiles, it's got the size 4 mounts. It's got 2 size 4 missile racks with 4 missiles each. That doesn't make sense to me.
So currently it has 8 missiles as size 2, I think. Dominator 2s are size 2, I believe.
Yeah, Dominator size 2. The RSI page lists this as having 8 size 4 missiles. We don't really have any information on much of anything else. This one does say it's got 2 fuel tanks for the hydrogen, which I don't know what the other ones have. Look at the others. Yeah, we really don't have any information outside of what they've shown us. That they haven't updated anything in here for us. Yeah, speeds and everything's not listed. But that's another ship that I'm very eagerly waiting. I know a lot of us are. It just looks good. It's going to be a really good group fighter. Go out, 3 guys and be able to do some bounty hunting or whatever, and kind of hold your own. The EMP, I really like the EMP ships. I don't know why I do, but I like the Sentinel, and kind of the same reasons. Just the cool factor, and then this is the only there's only 2 ships that have the EMP and a quantum damper. This is going to be the second one. The Mantis has doesn't the Mantis have an EMP and a quantum dampener?
No, it only has a
Then
quantum and
then it's
quantum
the
dampener and quantum
snare.
something else.
So it's the Hawk has both. There's one other ship that I think it's the Hawk. It has the EMP and the dampener, because the bounty ship. So yeah. So once Bounty Hunting 2 is in, you're going to want to take your prisoners alive. You don't want them just, to respawn a Clasher. You're going to get paid more, I'm assuming, to take them alive. So you're going to want the EMP and stuff like that. Using the distortion guns to shut down stuff instead of just blowing it up. Stuff like that's going to be really cool. So that's all we really have on those 2. But we wanted to take a look at, the ES and the CL, which I had that brought up, but it didn't. So we've got the Urkel pulled up. There's really not much difference between the bases of them. The CL has 3 shields where the ES has 4. The ES is a little faster in nav mode by 50. They both do 200 in SEM, 400 boosted. The ES is 1050 nav, where the CL is a flat 1000. They both have 2 pilot guns with a remote turret. The benefits of the ES are you get more hydrogen, you get 93.1 SCU of hydro and 2.6 of quantum, where the CL, you trade that fuel tank size for 128 SCU of cargo compared to 32. So you get 66.5 of hydro and 1.8 of quant on the CL. So we can actually go take a look at those. And Osiris has his 2 out here. So this is the, was it the Love Struck paint?
Yep.
For the CL here. We'll start there. And it really does look good, that dark colors with that purple kind of chameleon paint on it. That does look good. So going in the back here, you've got 128 on the grid. And you can get a lot more in it if you don't use the grid, but you risk, stuff. You got your easy access to components when engineering comes in. So this is your quantum. You got coolers, power plants. That's a radar, which relays, battery stuff when that comes in. You do have 3 racks here for guns and small arms pistols, which is a really nice feature. That doesn't open. Those 2 aren't panels. So you've got very small galley area, which you can fit 1 and 2 SU boxes into. You got these lockers here. That's 3 individual storages. Your bathroom that you could have gotten locked into if you went in there and when it first came out. You got your 3 bunks. You got a little rack up here. Very small. You sacrifice your accommodations for more cargo in a lot of the ship. You got more of your components in here. So you got your shield up there. That'll be a battery spot, gravity generator, another shield, and you got your stowaway in there. These are going to be your suit lockers, and I think they're going to double as escape pods, possibly. And then this is your forward weapon racks, with which on this is really nice because it has a large weapon. So you can put in your rail guns and missile launchers. Have one of those there with your rifles, pistols. Your 3rd shield generator, then your life support and avionics will go in here. So this seat, Osiris, if you want to jump in the passenger seat and do the tractor beam, show that real quick. So on the back here, right up there at the top, you see that where your yellow line is? That's your tractor beam storage. And it actually tucks up in there. You can see where this little cubby there. But it is a very nice tractor beam because it kind of sticks out and you can actually maneuver stuff very well in it. It's not just pivoting in and out and spinning. It kind of swings around and stuff. It makes moving big boxes a lot easier than with like the Cuddy Black. So the only thing that compares to this ship storage is the Constellation Taurus. Everything else is much smaller. You get kind of close with the Freelancer Max, but still not quite. And you get a lot more benefits with this ship. Now you got 3 ways in. You got the ramp here. You've got your ladder here, which is very nice having. Any ship that has more than 1 way in and out is a huge benefit. You've got your airlock here, which is
Ship has
broken.
to be powered on for the airlock to be open.
Really?
Yep.
Hang on. Oh, you're in the seat? Okay, there you go. I thought you were at the back of the ship. So you got your airlock here, which is kind of got a cool thing. If you push right there, don't stand there. You can actually close yourself in here, and you're inside of the ship, but outside the ship. So you can actually stow away on people's ships there. You got your button to close here, and this is on all the Zeuses, or at least the two that we have. You can close it, get out, close it, and jump out this way real quick in and out. So we'll take a look at the ES now and show you the differences. So you can already just come in the back here, see how much smaller it is, because all of your components are in the back. So there is no, all your engineering is back here. So this is your.
There's still stuff up front.
Well, yeah, but majority of it is back here. They moved a lot of this forward when they made more room for the cargo. So you can already see that the habitation area is bigger. You got a little couch here, and still same weapons lockers. Could have probably done a little extra, like you could have put things here that's kind of a waste of space to me, but your galley is much bigger. You got your refrigerator and everything's spread out, which I was told that if the ship takes damage, the sink actually fills with water. You got cabinets that actually open in both of them. So once we can, there's your weapon locker for inside that would have been back here for the CL. Again, you have your ladder in and out, your shields here, your suit lockers, weapon locker there, and your third shield. There's one more shield in the yeah, there's two back here.
The last one's in the back.
Yeah, the last one's back. So I imagine when we get the MR, you're going to see a lot of the similar stuff to this. Your habitation area is going to be smaller like the CL is. And back here is going to be prison pods in these areas here, if I remember correctly. The cargo area actually, I think, ends here in the MR from the pictures that we had originally. Because you got prison pods and stuff like that in here, and then this is good. So you might be able to fit a Cyclone still. It depends on how big it is. You got your fuel tank. Kind of interesting that they give you a visual of that. Fire extinguisher, stuff like that. There's actually two compartments on each side, if I remember correctly, in the MR, and we weren't sure what all they were. I think one of them was supposed to be a armory type deal. So you're gonna have your bunk beds like this, and then you'll have an armory. I think they put the door in like this area. So you have actually two doors on each side. We had one area that we weren't sure, it was just kind of open on the pictures we saw, so no clue what that was supposed to be. But yeah. But yeah, hopefully we get some more variants of this soon. I really like the Zeuses. They're great ships to fly. They're fast. For their class, which they're in they're the smaller than a Constellation. They're kind of in the Freelancer and Cutlass size ranges. So very, very cool ships. Hell, we could have another medical variant coming with the ST. No clue on that. it's maybe it's a combat medical ship, which would be a cool ship also, to have medical in. The ramp on the back for loading patients and stuff, kind of like the Cuddy Red. But yeah, but you have anything else, Osiris?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna call it here tonight, guys. Everyone, thanks for joining us, and we will see y'all next week. Later.